Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa is not a financial planner. And if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, what's going on? This is a 15-minute chart here in Tesla. And we just made a new low here of 306.23. Just a little bit after the close here. I guess I could, well, regardless. Grandpa went long. Let's see, what's my average? 306.87 is my average. And you'll know why in a little bit. Okay, we're going to go through things here real quick. This number is right. High to low today during regular hours, we had a movement of $19.61. Very respectable, and anytime you got a movement from high to low of $20, you got opportunity. You have a lot of opportunity to make money. Okay, so we had a high today in Tesla during regular hours of 329.98. Oh, man. And Grandma, of course, had her sell in at 330 because that's where somebody mentioned that she should put it. Of course, Grandpa put his sell at 329.95 and filled. Poor Grandma. I was trying to help her. I wanted her to make an extra nickel, and it just didn't work out. I think Grandma's starting to hate me. I'm not quite sure, but it's a possibility. Okay, so I'll quit goofing around. We had a high today of 329.98. We had a low of 310.37 during regular hours here. And like I say, after hours, we dipped down to 306.23. You think that might be our new bottom pivot point? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. We closed the day at 311.18. And I got some good news for you guys. If you're long, I got good news. And I'll tell you what it is very quickly here. Let me see. What do I got going? I'm going to switch pages here. Grandpa's got so much written down, he needs 2 sheets of paper to get it all on it. Okay. So, pivot point. We'll talk about that just briefly, and I'm going to go back to it after I'm done talking about the rest of the stuff. Top pivot point. We had a top pivot point the other day of 367.20 in the middle of the night when none of us could trade. The best we could have got was about 361 if we wanted to short or sell up there. Okay. But, and quite often they make that pivot point, I'd say 70% of the time when we can't even do it from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. They do it. That's just the way it is. It's part of the game. Remember, you're playing against a supercomputer. Just buy your shares and keep them. Don't even sell. Just keep them. Okay. So that's all I'm going to say about our pivot point for right now. Divergence. Volume decreased today by 7 million shares on falling prices. They consider that a good thing. I consider it neutral to slightly bearish. The reason it would be slightly bearish is our volume keeps dropping. But 116 million volume traded today back and forth is well above our overall average of 90.5. And you can expect over time our volume average to rise as this thing goes up. And the movement from high to low is also going to change higher, and it already has. Used to be $10. You were lucky to see a $10 move. Now a $20 move is common, and 50 is not out of the norm. So, okay, dominant trend. Let's talk dominant trend. Oh, by the way, we have a sell signal in some of these charts. Let's see. Is this one got a sell signal or a buy signal? I'm looking at the 15-minute chart here. I'm trying to determine what it's got going on. This crazy thing is actually a buy signal with a bear flag in the 15-minute. Let's look at the 30-minute, see what we got going there. I gotta figure it out. The 30-minute is also a buy signal. The 30-minute is also a buy signal with a bear flag, but it is a buy signal. I'm telling you right now. Oh, Jeff's on here. Good afternoon, Grandpa. He says sliding Tesla. Hey, Mr. Mom, if you're on the, get on board and get some shares because the opening price is very good. Okay, don't even mess around. Get some more shares. He's listening to the other YouTubers. They've all changed their tune. They're bearish now. Listen, when they get bearish, you want to buy. This is your opportunity. Get on board. Mr. Mum, buy some more shares. I've been telling you all day to buy the dip. I have to. I've been texting him. Hey, we just about going to have a golden cross here in the 30-minute. Do we got one in the 15 yet? No, we don't. Not yet. I wonder if we have a golden cross in the 5-minute. Not yet. But we're coming up on one in the 30-minute. Is just, I wonder about the hour. I'm going to go through these charts with you a little bit. We are under, I think we're under a golden cross in the, nope, we're not. We are. We're under a golden cross in the hourly. I did not know that. That means it's going up. We might have made our new bottom pivot, possibly, because we do have a golden cross in the hourly chart, and that's a strong chart. Okay, Jeff says he's got an order in at 306.33. Excellent, young man. Keep buying. Don't even hesitate to buy more Tesla stock. You cannot lose. No matter what price you buy Tesla at, you will be a winner in Grandpa's eyes, and that is the truth. Okay, so we have a golden cross in the hourly. That's so bullish. I love it. We might have bottomed out. It is possible. Okay, let's keep looking at these charts because I got to tell you about the dominant trend. In the 4-hour, what do we got here? Did we ever get a buy signal? A sell signal. Well, we have a sell signal. And we got a bull flag. We're still under a sell in the 4-hour. That is a fact. Okay, let's look at the daily. All right, now pay close attention to this daily because if you listen to Grandpa's previous live streams, you'll already know this. I don't like it. I don't like the looks of something when this happens. But, I think we're under a golden cross in the daily chart also. Let's figure this out here. We are under a golden cross in the the daily chart. This bus is going to $500. I'm telling you right now, get on the bus. Quit panic selling. Whatever you do, this whole garbage is all caused by they get it going downhill for you, and everybody panic sells. Grandma went to the lake with Michaela just a little bit ago, and before she left, I said, take out your sell order. You are not selling. She might sell some up at 415, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's look at this daily chart. So here we are, okay, and we have I'm going to make it a little bigger so you can see it better. We have a beautiful sell signal back over here. Each candle represents one full day, okay? Even the little ones represent one full day. And this, because this one engulfs into that one, the body of it does not. Forget about wicks when it comes to reverse engulfing method. Because this one engulfs into that, followed by a red candle, there's your sell signal. We never did get a buy signal in this chart. It's probably why we have a golden cross in it still. And up we went like crazy. Okay, today it gave us another sell signal, okay, in the daily. But this thing can revert, it can move sideways and reverse. This candle from top to bottom, it's 331.20 on the top, approximately, and 309.70 on the bottom. Okay, so there's some room there, and we can eventually turn this into a buy signal, and then we'll have the dominant trend going up again. But currently the dominant trend is still down, because in order to have the dominant trend going up, you have to have a buy signal in the daily, the weekly, and the monthly, and we do not have a buy signal in the daily. Okay, I'm going to show you the weekly here quick. We have a buy signal in the weekly. Beautiful buy signal in the weekly. And here we got a bear flag, and we just continued with our buy signal. All this garbage that's going on with your world right now is all in this candle. All of it. This candle on the bottom goes down to the 255 area. Or is it 260? Grandpa can't see. 265. This candle is 265 on the bottom, and it's around 360 on the top, but it should be 367.20 because they did that after hours, and this candle does not reflect the games they play in the middle of the night while you're sleeping, while Grandpa's awake. Watching what they're doing. They can't get away from Grandpa, that's for sure. Let's see. Okay, where are we? We're going down again a little bit. That's fine. Grandpa will buy more shares. Okay, so dominant trend. And now let's look at the monthly. That is a buy signal. Also, I'll tell you. And there it is. Beautiful buy signal in the monthly. Look at the wick on this bus. This candle is, what's the date today? Anybody know? 14th? Tomorrow this candle will be half growing, 15 days old. And it will most likely fill right up to the brim on its way to where? 400. I'm going to go through that shortly when we talk about upside resistance. why 400 might be in your future very soon. Okay, as far as blinking today, we had some wild blinking, but after hours, I'm gonna check again here. Just bear with me just for just a few seconds. Um, oh, if I forget to mention the indexes, the Nasdaq and S&P are both down uh, marginally. Tesla really underperformed today. Um, I lost my train of thought. Blinking. Okay, blinking. Oh, yes. These guys are geniuses. Uh, oh, they're down at 219. 219. I ain't seen that for a while. They're down at $219 buying. 219. That's below our last bottom pivot point. That is not going to happen. That's a fluke. They're just and it isn't even blinking. It's just sitting there. But they are doing it up at 336. A couple hundred shares a minute type of deal, and they're shorting up there at 336, and they're also shorting. They love 363. It's back at 363, just 100 shares a minute type of deal with the blinking. Okay, so there's your blinking report. Okay, let's talk upside resistance. To the upside, we have resistance at 318. Okay, we're a little bit of resistance. Okay, and we have some resistance at 330 because Grandma came within 2 pennies of 330 today and couldn't get her fill. You should have seen it turn around. And she didn't even have that many shares. She had 25 shares, but I'd say there were a ton of shares there, and they knew what they were going to do. They were going to pull it down, and luckily for Grandpa, I had mine at 229.95, and so they gave it to me. They like, some people like Grandpa. They don't all hate Grandpa, just because I get hate mail because of my views on different subjects. Okay, above 330, your next place of any, well, you could basically say 367, where we had our last top pivot point. Okay, but that ain't going to stop us this next time, because we're going to make a new top pivot point. Whenever we turn north, it will be a new top pivot point. And but I think there'll be some psychological, just like 200 is a psychological point for resistance and support on either side. We're going to see that same thing at the 400 mark. And then 414.50 is the all-time high, so I got 415. And that's where we're headed, and it's going to happen so fast when it goes. You won't even, if you're not on the bus, you ain't going to get on the bus. And then followed by 500. Downside support. Okay, let's talk downside support. To the downside, the only real support that we got is the 285, 280 area on the downside, between where we're at and where real support is at. Doesn't mean that we haven't made the new bottom pivot. It's very possible that this 306.23 is our new bottom pivot, but I am not going to know for at least probably till Monday night at the earliest before I'll be able to determine that. And by then the price is going to be 350 or 360, if not higher. So if it is, if 306.23 is, she'll just take off to the moon. So anyway, support at 280, 285, followed by 270, 273. It's not going to surprise Grandpa to see 270, 273 before this thing quits falling. Why is Grandpa long at 306 then? Well, you'll find out why in a few seconds. 257 followed by 262, the 257, 262 area. Keep in mind, if this thing is going to 257, they might do that after hours when you cannot buy. And if you want shares, I would suggest getting in the 265, 270 area and just holding out. Just hold out, because nobody picks the bottom. Just get your shares and keep them. Okay, fair opening price for Friday the 15th is $317.20. Okay, $317.20. Is Grandpa always right? No, Grandpa's only right about 9 out of 10 times. This morning, the fair opening price was $332.50, and they went right through it, my Chinese friends, at 4:10 a.m. this morning. They went up to exactly $333 this morning at 4:10 a.m. So they went through Grandpa's opening price, and they went right back down through it. And so, but here's the problem. We couldn't even trade it. I wanted to short there. I would have shorted there all day long. I wanted to short at 332, but it never. We came with it 2 pennies, and like an idiot, I held out. But regardless, it's all fun. Okay, a range tomorrow. Speaking of ranges, yesterday I had the 314 on the bottom, today 314 was my bottom pick on the bottom that would hold us. Well, Grandpa missed that by about $8. She blew right through that 314. But now for tomorrow, the range, Grandpa calculates what's fair, okay? Grandpa doesn't calculate what's not fair. I calculate what it should do. And I can't help it that they don't always do what they're supposed to do. I know that sounds a little crazy, but it's true. Okay, the range tomorrow is 288.50 on the bottom side to 321.20. I think they should have had a range of 285 to 317. That's what I think. Fair opening price. Oh, I want to get back to their fair opening price for 317.20. Very often when there's huge movements, crazy stuff going on like today and last few days, we'll probably see that 317.20, but they might do it when we can't trade. So you might want to, if you're long and you can make money at 315, you might want to front run it a little bit. If you understand what I'm saying, front run that 317.20. I am not at all sure that we're going to see that during regular hours tomorrow, because I could be wrong, but I don't believe that we've made our new bottom pivot yet. The only reason I'm long is I'm going to sell tomorrow morning hopefully pick up $7 or $10 on my 306 long position, and that's how Grandpa functions. Okay, and I didn't do very many shares because if it dips down by 8 o'clock, I'll get a few more. Okay, because you can't trust these guys. Um, okay, buying opportunity. You're in a buying opportunity. Do not sell your shares. If you can hang on and you're not getting nailed by margin, or if you got a lot of money like Jeff, just keep buying shares and put more in. Do not sell your shares. I'm telling you right now, do not sell your Tesla shares. And I'm going to give you a couple reasons why. Elon put out a tweet today. He's quite a tweeter, that Elon. And he says the government, he tweeted the government, for real. So he sends a tweet to the government, and he asks, what did you get done today? Or what did you get done this week? What did you get done this week? Elon's coming to town. And he's putting the government on notice that he's coming. We got good times in our future. And I'm going to tell you this other news here. Tesla had some huge announcement just this afternoon. The V4 supercharger, capable of 500 kW charging speeds for cars and the semi. They just got it out. It's here. And it's twice as fast charging the cars and the semis as before. Twice as fast. This is huge for Tesla. Huge. To be able to charge those semis in half the amount of time, for everybody to charge their cars in half the amount of time, that is just absolutely spectacular news. I'm going to go back to the 5-minute chart, which is a sell signal. So we're under a sell signal in the 5-minute chart. And did we make a new low here yet again? Not yet. It would be nice if we did. Don't worry, Grandpa will get more shares if we do. But yeah, we're fair opening price is $317.20. Front run it a few bucks at least if you want to get out there. If you're a day trader type loony tick like Grandpa, and most of my friends are crazy and extremely intelligent. I've noticed a lot of these intelligent people are a little on the crazy side, but do we ever have fun? Jeff, he's a hoot. Well, they all are. You can't buy excitement like this. You just can't. And when you get a few Tesla shares, it's exciting. It's fun to have them. You keep track of where they're going and what they're doing, and watch it go up. Grandpa's thinking 7,000 per share within a year from now, if not more. And I'm not the only one on the bus. Some of these guys are only saying 6,000 per share. They'll probably reduce it now that it's gone down a little bit. But hey, before I go, I want to go through pivot points with you. Where do I got them? Where did I write them? I wanna. Where the world did I put that stuff? I'll tell you. Grandpa's got too many sheets of paper. They got sheets of paper everywhere. I'll find it here in a second. I got such a mess. Okay, here it is. Now I want to point this out. Sure, we're looking for a new bottom pivot point. That's wonderful. Okay, the dominant trend is down. That's wonderful. But I'm going to give you some really bright news here that's going to make you happy if you're long. If you're long, what I tell you about this pivot point should just make you smile all the way to the bank. Watch the progression, okay? Pay attention to the progression. First, I'm going to talk to you about the bottom pivot points and then the top. And I'm not going to go telling some weird story in between. 182, bottom pivot point, back in time. The next bottom pivot point, 202.36. Are you starting to see a picture here? So we went bottom pivot point, 182. Next one, 202.36. Next one, 212.11. Next one, 238.88. That was our last one, our last bottom pivot point. What's the next one going to be? You tell me. Is it going to be 257, 262, 270, 285? You tell me. I don't know. It's going to be one of them. Okay. But the good news is each one is always higher. Each one is always higher. We're going uphill. We are going uphill. This thing can retrace $100 or more and still be going where? Uphill. That's probably why we have a golden cross in the daily. Think about it, people. Okay, now let's talk about the top pivot points. Back in time, before the cavemen came to town, we had a top pivot point of 228.55. That was a legitimate top pivot point. Our next top pivot point was 265. On the money. On the money. 265 is bigger than 228.55. Our next top pivot point after 265 was 273.70. That's bigger, bigger. Oh boy, we're going up, Grandpa, we're going up. And the next one, we took off to 367.20. And I'm going to tell you right now, your next top pivot point is going to be higher than 367.20. And if it's only $30 higher, we won't even be up to 390. And we already know we're going to goop around at 400 because Grandpa said so. My point is, we're going up. I don't care if we're looking for a new pivot point. Just buy the dip. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. I've been telling that to Jeff all day. Buy the dip. This is a buying opportunity. And tell your friends about this opportunity. You know, just because you got a couple shares of Tesla and you're going to have maybe, well, say you got 10 of them. Just say you went all out and you got 10 Tesla shares. When you got $1 million and your friends are saying, why didn't you mention this to me? I would have liked to got a share of Tesla. I would have liked to listen to Grandpa and hear that story. Tell your friends about the opportunity, even if you don't want to do it, your own self. Let somebody else know. Everybody should own at least one share of Tesla because when they're $100,000, it's $100,000. Okay? And that's your future with Optimus. With the regulations going down over the next years here under this administration, the sky is the limit. Elon says Optimus is going to make more for Tesla by far than everything else that Tesla does. The charging stations, FSD, robo-taxi, the semis, the cars, everything combined is not going to touch what Optimus is going to do. And get on the bus. Get on the bus. Let everybody know they should at least own one share. I don't care where you buy your share at. Just get one. And have fun. Have fun. And listen, it's like this. When Tesla is up at 50,000 a share, and I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. When Tesla is $50,000 a share and you bail out and sell, when you finally give it up and you sell your shares at 50,000 and a year later it's 100,000, don't blame Grandpa. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your shares for 50,000 when you could have got 100,000 a year later. And I'm sticking to my story. Hey, Grandpa's making money. It's going up. Oh, Grandpa, you're in the green. Don't worry about Grandpa. Okay, so are we having fun or what? Yes, we are. Okay, be optimistic. Buy the dip. This is such an opportunity. I hope it goes to 257. I want it to go to 257 because we can buy more shares. I want it to go to 270. I don't care where it goes as long as it keeps going down for a little bit. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm telling you, quit panicking. These people are, and I don't blame them. Some of them got margin accounts and they can't hang on. They buy up at 260 and 250 and they just can't hold on. Unless you're one of these mums, they got money coming out their ears. But they're good people, I'll tell you that. They really are. Like my best friend Jeff, for instance, he just keeps buying. But he does get a little nervous from time to time, but I calm him right down as I tell him to buy more. And I think he's up like $8,700 or something like that in the last month since he started trading with Grandpa. And I know for a fact he's having a great time. It's all fun. Trees in his trucker. He's the smartest one of us all. He went short this morning. And I don't know how much he bought or what not going short, but he shorted this morning. But he better get out of Dodge and be cut pretty quick here because we're going to. But, I think that 317, I'm still looking for a bare minimum of 285. I just don't believe yet. I could be wrong. Is 306.23 the new bottom pivot? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I'm leaning towards 285, 270. Okay, if not 257. And nobody knows. Nobody, not even Grandpa. But I can give you a good idea. 306 away from 267.20 is what is that? $61 and change. 61.50. We've moved from our top pivot point down 61.50. And if you calculate the differences, listen to some of couple of my previous live streams. I really go through the pivot points in detail. But very often, uh, a number of the times, right around the $62 area, is where it's at. So it is uh, it is very, very, very possible that 306 or near that number within a buck or two. We might hit 305 tomorrow, 303, and then go up. Grandpa don't know. At some point, we might hit it tonight yet. I'd like another opportunity to get a few more shares tonight uh, because I'm going to unload them at around 314, 315 tomorrow morning. That's my plan. Okay. Yeah, I'm just a shade above where I bought in is where we're hovering around right now. Okay. Hey, more importantly, like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about Grandpa so they can blink with Grandpa. You know, Grandpa sees blinking. Oh, speaking of blinking, I should tell you where we were blinking earlier today. Oh, man. Murphy's barking at the neighbor lady again. I'll tell you that. She just loves Murphy. Okay, so earlier today we were blinking at 307, pulled us right down there. We did a bunch of blinking at 261, 260 area. And we also did a bunch of blinking up at 363 and 392 anytime you got a green candle. We did blinking at, we did a lot of blinking today at 301 on the bottom side, 298 area was blinking a lot. So 301 and 298. Wouldn't surprise me if we see that 298, 297, and maybe that might turn us uphill. Up above 334, 337, a lot of times today we're blinking both at the same time. Keep in mind, these guys, they got 3 days if they want to fill these spots where they're buying and selling out of range. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's not dishonest. The market makers provide the liquidity for the market to be able to move smoothly up and down. And they make billions of dollars, billions doing it, but they're needed, okay? And they're good at what they do. And that supercomputer is really good at taking your money. But if you pay attention to Grandpa talking about the pivot points and don't get scared out of your position every 5 minutes when you get a $30 drop or a $50 drop, or vice versa, just go long and stay there. Hey, think about eternity. Grandpa's gonna, I think I will come back tomorrow morning sometime and talk about what's going on a little bit. Maybe pre-market. Yeah. And we had the PPI report come out today. That's where we got our bounce at 8:30. Let me see if I can find that for you. Where's 8:30 on this clock? Pre-market. What time is that? That's 6 a.m. Right here. Oh, what time is that? 8 o'clock. Right here. This is it. Okay. Yeah, we went up to 330, and that's the way it is. 330.14 she went up to. So yeah, it's a good time. And that was the PPL report came out, and because it had dipped down in the 321 area, and it pulled us right back up. And after that, they forgot all about their PPI report, and down we went. This is the hourly chart. And we have a sell signal in the hourly chart, by the way. Okay, but we have a golden cross in the daily. Oh boy, hang in there. Hang in there. See you tomorrow morning, and hey, think about eternity. Think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does. Bye-bye.